And once I get to do the meditation bit, I'll come to that as well. Right then, so if anyone's watching this on replay, I just want to remind you, because I know that some of you have got kind of issues physically with the hips or the knees or the ankles or whichever, and you don't have to sit cross-legged like this, okay? You can sit any way that you want to. So if you want to have your legs out, if you want to have them a little bit bent, if you want to be on your knees, if you want to change it up, that's fine. All I would say is just keep the spine nice and straight. So rather than kind of sitting on your side like that. So we keep the spine straight to allow the energy to move up and down the spine, and also to allow all the organs room to breathe, the lungs room to breathe, and posture. So the other options you've got is you can sit on pillows, either on your knees as such, or as so. You can also prop yourself up against the sofa. Now, of course, normally you're aiming for that because you're training your body, but this is a gentle yoga. It's less about the physical aspect of yoga and more about releasing from the mind and using yoga as a vehicle, as a platform to do that. So what's most important for me is making sure that you're comfortable, taking things at your own pace. If you need to stop, if you want to take it up a level as well, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to build up nice and slowly, and we're going to do these neck releases and tension release, which is really lovely. And that will get us to a place of meditation, which is actually the full ultimate aim of what yoga is all about. Everything to do with yoga, I mean, it's such a huge subject, isn't it? It's the cleansing techniques, it's the philosophy, the lessons, it's the mindset, the nutrition, all of these areas, including the physical practice, is all to get you to a place of being able to meditate more easily. That is the aim. Yoga means to unite the mind, body and soul. So when they're doing the physical practice, it's so that you are more comfortable when you're in your meditation, so your body feels ready to relax and so on. And that's what we are aiming for. So I like to look at it as a prolonged meditation. Get into your own zone, forget about everything else and everyone else around you, and just kind of flow with it. Listen to the niggles of the body. If it feels like it's not a right kind of pain, if you know what I mean, as opposed to a tension release pain, then come out of it, you know. And the best thing about doing this online at home is that you really don't have to worry about anyone else around you, because no one can see you unless you want to be seen. But either way, that's something that I like to encourage, whether it's in a class or online. Don't worry about anybody else. It's all about you feeling your body and what is right for you. So let's begin. So as always, I start with rolling the shoulders, because as you've mentioned, it goes into the neck. We hold a lot of tension here in our hips as well. So we're going to start by inhaling, shoulders up, back, exhale down. So that's quite a long breath as you roll the shoulders to the front. Then inhale. See if you can hold the breath a little bit. Then exhale on the down. So from the side, we're going with inhaling up, exhaling when the shoulders start coming down. So there's that middle ground. Before you inhale here, pause a little bit, then exhale. Again, pause, then inhale as they go up. That helps you to slow down the movement, slow down the breath. You can also place your hands on your shoulders. That feels a bit more grounded sometimes. And you can see those elbows going all the way out, coming back together. And so when we slow down the body, when we slow down the breath, we also slow down the mind automatically. So I often use this as an anchor. You can take the arms out if you like. The anchor for me is if I feel like I want to do it fast, it means that I've got a lot of things going on inside. I'm feeling like overwhelmed or anxious or I'm on adrenaline. But if I'm feeling okay with it, I might be in a more calm place. And there's no judgment on that. It's just noticing where you are. And that's what mindfulness is all about. It's just going, okay, I'm obviously feeling a bit stressed or anxious, but that's why I'm here. And if you're not, if you're feeling calm, it's a case of saying, well, that's why I do this, to maintain my peace and calm. Okay, so just pause there. It's taking 2 deep breaths. Good. Just noticing the breath again, not trying to make it do anything. Just noticing if it's shallow or deep. Maybe noticing any slight changes already as we start to move the body. We don't need to do much to get our energy moving, the prana, the life force. Sometimes it's just a small intention, few movements, and then we get that ball rolling. That's why it's so nice to do these kind of things in the morning. So just checking in with your body for a moment here. Does it feel tired, lethargic, raring to go, relaxed? Maybe even pain. Again, just noticing without judgment. What are my thoughts like today? Are they heavy, busy, light? Sometimes it's obvious and sometimes we can't see it, we can't sense it, and that's okay too. So what are my feelings? Do I feel happy, calm, stressed, worried? And again, we're just acknowledging them. Sometimes it's hard to tell, sometimes it's complex. Sometimes it's just easier to recognize if it's an up feeling or a down feeling. With awareness, we can make the choices that are right for us. So this is our little pause to set our intention for our yoga today. So just allow that intention to come up into your mind, the intention for your day as well. Deep breath in with that intention, blowing out anything else that we don't need. Opening our eyes again, we're already feeling a bit more relaxed. Let's roll the shoulders one more time. Exhaling down. Good. So as I say, anytime you want, you can even sit on a chair. You don't have to be on the floor. We're just going to work with the neck a little bit. So get yourself comfortable. Dropping that chin down to the chest here, touching the chest. Just take the fingertips out to the side, crawl them away. Draw the neck in, sitting nice and tall. Maybe you need to even neutralize the pelvis so you're not arching too much. Just feel that tension release down the arms in those meridians, or the nadis as they call them in yoga, and the mini chakras that we've got here that can get blocked. So just keep walking those fingers out, keep drawing the chin in, nice deep breath into the belly, and release. Now we're going to slowly do some half neck rolls as we take the chin across the skin and up to one of those shoulders and up a little on the inhale. Dropping the chin down on the exhale, up towards the other shoulder on the inhale. Nice and slow, keep the shoulders down and a nice straight back. Let's just do one more on each side. Exhaling as we come down and inhaling up. Exhaling back to center and then inhale to lift the head, roll the shoulders. You might find that that tension kind of swaps between the neck and the shoulders during this time, so we'll keep working both. From here, we're just going to look from left to right. So inhale, center. Exhaling over to one side. Inhale, center. Over to the other. So it might feel slow, it might feel simple. Inhale, center. Over to the other side. Just hold it here for now, breathing normally. But we don't give the neck the attention that it deserves. So we're just going to give it a little bit of love. Now bringing up the hand towards the cheek and just pressing into the hand, and at the same time pressing into the cheek. So a little bit of tension, not too much that's straining the neck, just pushing in slightly. Deep breaths. Relax the shoulders. Take the hand down, leave the head there, and just see if you can take the head a little bit further round now. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the other side. Bringing the hand up. Once again, pushing into the cheek into the hand. Keep the neck and shoulders relaxed, just a little bit of challenge. Deep breath into the belly. Soften the face. And then take the hand away and see if you can take that head a little bit further round. Inhaling and back to center. Roll the shoulders. So sometimes a little bit of tension is helpful. Too much is painful. And sometimes all we need to do is breathe through that tension to allow a little bit more flexibility. So let's just drop the ear to one shoulder. So we're just lengthening the side of the neck. This is one of my favourite ones. As you roll back here, drop the shoulders down, lengthen, even close your eyes here. Take your consciousness into the neck, relaxing into it, breathing into the belly, and then walk the fingertips out again. Keep the shoulders back, nice and tall. We're lengthening. Now, depending on which side of the body you are, because this is usually a mirror image, and it can be reversed on different devices, just take up the hand that is closest to that ear, if that makes sense. So you're lifting it up on the inhale, bending on the exhale, and you've got an extra weight on top of the ear. So we're not pulling down the head, it's just holding and resting on the ear, and walk the fingertips further out. Deep breaths. And just allowing each breath to dissolve any tension in the neck, anywhere else in the body, just relaxing the whole body. Nice relaxing yoga this morning, but we'll also get our energy moving in a bit as well. Inhaling up and exhaling, floating down. Over to that other side. Just start by deep breathing, roll of the shoulders. We breathe into that belly, we expand the belly, that's the yogic breath. Walking those fingertips out nice and tall. Drawing the shoulder blades together at the back. This time the other hand goes up on the inhale, exhaling onto the ear. Crawl the fingertips out. Just take your consciousness into your neck. Just imagine here that with every exhale, you're dissolving any tension, any pain, any barrier. Keep that face relaxed. We hold a lot of our expression here. So just give your face an opportunity to just be neutral. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Now let's roll our shoulders back again and down. Okay, so we're just going to do a few shoulder rolls forward. I'm going to come onto my knees here, sit on a pillow, just so that there's not too much tension coming in my lower back. So very similar to the shoulder rolls that we did back, but the opposite. So this time we're bringing the shoulder blades together first, then inhaling up, then exhaling come together. So this is where I start to round a bit more, get a little bit more fluid in the back, get the spine moving. Inhaling up, exhaling, tilt the pelvis to the face, neutral pelvis as you come up, and then round. So tuck that chin in, open, really round. So it's like a seated cat-cow in a way. After this, we're doing one more on the floor for the spine, and then we're coming up onto all fours before standing. Okay, so just sink it into child's pose from here. I'll just pause for a minute. Hands can be either up, in front. You can have 2 fists to rest your forehead, or you can grab some pillows and just fall over that. Child's pose is a relaxing pose. So you can have your knees together, or they can be wide. And let's take 2 deep breaths here, like a check-in point. Take your time. Good. Slowly lifting up your head and neck, finishing with that shoulder roll. Okay. So the next one we're going to do here can either be cross-legged or on the knees. You can even be on a chair. We're just warming up the spine a little bit. Slowly to begin with, just tap the knee and take the hand behind. Inhale, exhale. We're not twisting all the way. Inhale, exhale. So this will give you an indication of how your spine is feeling, the muscles around the spine, and if you think you could go a little bit further. So if you want to just test it, just push slightly like a lever with that knee. Test it again. Try not to put too much tension on the shoulders. Keep them relaxed. Inhale, push. Using both hands to help you around. Okay, and if that feels okay, we're just going to stop on one side. Hand is propped up behind you, nice and tall. We're inhaling to lengthen the spine, and then exhaling, pushing round as far as the body can go, and then see if the head and then the eyes can go a little bit further. Just hold it here with deep breaths. Try not to tense the body too much, unnecessarily. Inhale, and then exhale to center. Let the spine realign, and then we'll go to the other side. So inhale, and then twist. Exhale. So again, relax. Nice deep breaths in. See if the head and eyes can go further round. Good. Inhale. And back to center. Once again, open up those shoulders. And just take a full rotation with the head. So drop the head down. Rolling nice and slow. Keep the breath coming. Shoulders relaxed as much as possible. Just changing opposite direction. And when you get to that pain point, just take your hand up, whichever one, the opposite one usually works the best, and just rub into that neck and the shoulder. Just help it release a little bit. Deep breaths, keep that oxygen flowing. It helps the muscles to relax. Keep the neck roll going. And when you find your next pain point, if it's the other side, you can just press into it again. A little bit of self-care. And slowly back down to center and roll. Okay, so I like to just also open out my arms. This can also be done standing, which we will do. If you want to get rid of any stagnant energy that's building all through the body, so we'll come up to standing in a minute. First, coming onto the knees. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit here. Okay, side bends. So we're just going to float over. Now, if you want to hold on to the sofa, that's a really nice one to do. If you want to work your core, then you're squeezing here and taking it over. For me, I just want to stretch out the side of my body and my shoulder. I kind of like that feeling when the bones separate. I feel like I'm really lengthening to keep that shoulder back so it's not coming forward like this. Side of the ear. Okay, now we're going to go over to the other side. So I'm just going to scuttle over here and then over. And as I say, you can also do this if you've got a block or a load of pillows on the floor, or you can come down onto the knees and do it like that. It depends what level you want to work out, what you feel you want to do. Every day is different, depending on what energy you've got. It's the second level, and the third is using a block or the floor. So that really pulls in on the core. So don't do that if you're not feeling ready for it. Stretch it fully. One more, inhale for strength, and then exhale, reach. And back to center. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come to standing. Let's just tuck the toes under, rounding the back a little bit here. So just hugging the knees. We're going to come up into a forward bend. So you either want a straight leg, a gentle bend of the knee, or a deep bend. I'll just show you those options. So a deep bend here, so you're kind of using your legs as a table and folding over them, holding on to the elbows. A little bend, same, or a straight leg, and then the hands can be anywhere that you want. And the most important part of this forward bend is having that head fully relaxed. So this is causing tension on the neck, even though I know you're looking. Try to see if you can just listen instead. So from here, in this squat position, we're coming up into our forward bend. Now, if you feel too much pain in the back or the neck, just roll yourself up to standing fully, and then we will join you soon. So from here, really relax the shoulders and the neck, and then come up into the posture that feels most comfortable. Hold on to somewhere comfortable and let the head fully relax, fully let go. So you're taking the weight. I'm just going to come up here to adjust the camera, but you stay down if you can. The weight of the head is very, very heavy. So when you're standing all day and you're moving, you've got tension. It's really pulling on those muscles. So just let it hang. Take that responsibility, weight, worry off your shoulders. If it feels a bit tight in the hamstrings, we can just bend one knee and bend the other knee. Just try to keep it nice and slow. And a way to do that is by breathing in and moving, breathing out and moving. Good. So we're also lengthening the spine. It gets a bit squashed if we're sat too long. So here we're using the weight of the head to open out the vertebrae as well. Fresh new oxygen to the head. It's really awakening. Deep breaths. Okay, now let's roll nice and slow. A little bit of a bend of the knee. Squeeze the glutes, thighs, abdomen, head and shoulders come up last. Nice shoulder roll. Feeling good. Big one. Nice. Okay, so let's start to get rid of that energy that we don't need. First, a little bend of the knee. Let's do those twists again. We've already warmed up the spine. Squeeze the core. Knees are bent. The arms just flop onto the body. So here, deep breaths. We're activating the organs, front and back, getting them moving, getting them doing what they need to do to keep a good balance in the body. Just enjoy that freedom. Floppy arms. If you want to go further and tone the side body, you can actually lift up a foot, the ankle up off the floor. Now we're going to slowly take this down. We're not just going to stop suddenly. And this is another metaphor, so many metaphors in yoga, but when we just stop suddenly, when we've been really busy, we either tend to get ill or something else. We have to have a transition like traffic lights, red, amber, green, green, amber, red. We forget about those transitions. They're just as important as doing, and they're just as important as being. So let's stand tall here. Let's take a pause, check in with the body. 2 deep breaths. Good. Just seeing how the mind is feeling. What about the breath, the body, how you're feeling in yourself? If there's any remaining tension in your mind, heart or body, let's just release that now. So we're going to throw it away. We're going to breathe in, bring in everything up that we want to release, including sore necks, shoulders, anything going on in the belly, feelings of anxiety, throwing it through the fingers. So we'll do that 3 times while blowing out through the mouth, like really quite strongly, really determined. And then on the 4th one, we'll blow it up and out. Okay, so a little bit of a bent knee. We're going to breathe in now. And second time. Third. 4th, up and out. Moving the arms around, hitting the back. This is also really good to release any stagnant energy in the nadis and the chakras all throughout the body. Like in acupuncture, there's lots of little areas that can even get out through the body. Nice deep breaths into the neck. Waking us up today. So one more that we're going to do before we come down into meditation is another release. It's called the free whooshes. So we're just going to take the arms up and come down to the floor like that 3 times. On the 4th one, we're going to slowly bring the arms down and stand for a moment for a couple of breaths. Okay, so again, through the mouth is also a nice release. So inhaling. Second one. Third. And 4th, slowly bringing those arms down. Nice, long, deep exhale. If you need an extra breath, that's fine. Standing tall, just a couple of breaths in silence. Good. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to come back down to the floor. Obviously, if you want to do more, you can go straight into some salutations from here and really get that body moving. Otherwise, we're just going to keep it gentle. You can either come straight down to the floor or you can come onto your tiptoes with the arms out at shoulder height and count down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming onto the floor. Keep the knees bent, feet slightly wide. We're just going to ease out the back now, ready for our meditation. Rolling down. Pelvis is towards the face. Pull the shoulders under the palms, up and out. Flat back. 2 deep belly breaths here. Just try to control the out breath a little bit, make it longer than the inhale. And when we have a longer outhale than inhale, it helps bring oxytocin into the body, the love hormone. Makes us feel lovely. To bring the knees in, hug the knees, and just rocking gently side to side, just massaging that lower back. Keep the chin slightly tucked in again to prevent any tension building on the neck. And nice deep breaths. And if you want, you can place the hands on the knees and just roll them away and in an opposite direction. That just massages the back in a slightly different place. If you feel the legs need a stretch, you can always see about just stretching one leg. I like to grab the toe, maybe sometimes both. Just see what the body wants to do before we come into our relaxation. Maybe a full body stretch, rotating the ankles. A few ways that way, a few ways the other. Maybe even the wrists and the fingers. Fully feeling ready to relax. You can be either on the floor, in a chair, just sitting nice and tall as if you're standing tall. You can even leave your legs up. That's quite a nice restorative posture. You can have the knees bent, and if you do, have the feet wider than the knees and the knees resting on each other. And that just takes the pressure off that lower back. Or you've got your legs flat down and the ankles dropping to the sides. That would look like that if I had some space. So let's start to just breathe in and out. Deep into that belly. Softening the face. Just feeling proud, just feeling pleased. Knowing that all we need to do is just move ourselves a little bit to feel good. To get that positive spiral flowing. To feel lighter. Body is already feeling quite relaxed. Ready to rest. So let's continue to relax that body, softening the face. Letting the face now just dissolve any expression, any tension. Release it all. Every inhale, you're breathing in that intention to relax, the intention to let go, the willingness to be willing. And every exhale, letting go of the fight, of the flight, letting go of expectations on yourself, on the meditation, letting go of shoulds, coulds, letting go of the need to control the mind. Because the mind will wander. It's normal, it's natural. So we can choose to feel frustrated by that, or we can choose to say, it's interesting, and therefore accept that. Things become lighter when we try not to fight too much with the flow. Just like the leaf on the river, if it tries to clamber its way back up, it can try with all the determination and might, but we know that eventually it will need to succumb to the flow, lay back, relax, and in fact enjoy the flow, the twists and turns of not knowing, but being comfortable, trusting of itself, trusting of the universe. So as the body continues to soften and relax, from the head all the way down to the toes, the calm we feel inside, regardless of what's going on around us, or even in the mind. We start to sense this inner calm, stillness. Feels very familiar, very lovely. Like a wave of relaxation washing over us. And the more we feel that sense of calm and bliss, relaxation, the calmer the mind becomes. The calmer our mind, the deeper we go into our own beautiful space. Therefore, the more the body relaxes, the more we disassociate with the body and become one with our consciousness, our expansive consciousness, the unlimitless of our mind, body, soul, vibrations and connections. We feel and sense the true power of ourselves, the true beauty of our soul. And the lightness that lives there. How we remember that this is who we are. This is our true self. So keep that strong connection with you. Reminding yourself whatever is coming up for you is beautifully timed, is ready to be healed. Trust yourself that you are ready. Confidence, calmness, with lightness, with happiness. Ready to release through this process. Keeping that with you now as I slowly count you from 1 to 3. By the time I get to 3, you'll be feeling lovely, relaxed, and yet clear, focused, energized, ready for the day. So beginning with 1. Just thinking about integrating the mind and body together. With 2, starting to connect the physical and the mind by moving the body or taking a deep breath in and out. Maybe moving the head from side to side or wiggling fingers and toes. As we get to 3, blinking the eyes open, slowly letting the light back in. Maybe a bit of a stretch. Deep breath. Roll of the neck. Whatever feels good. Welcoming you back into this Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. And have a wonderful day, rest of your day. If you are watching this